The Egyptian pyramids are among the most magnificent constructions of all time. Built more than 4,600 years ago, they had huge cultural significance in ancient Egypt, acting as royal tombs where cherished pharaohs were buried.
Have a second life in heaven.
Second life.
Egyptian pharaohs expected to become gods in the afterlife. To prepare for the next world, they erected temples to the gods and massive pyramid tombs for themselves, filled with all the things each ruler would need to guide and sustain himself in the next world. Pyramids today stand as a reminder of the ancient Egyptian glorification of life after death. And in fact, pyramids were built as monuments to house the tombs of the pharaohs. Death was seen as merely the beginning of a journey to the other world. Sometimes members of the pharaoh's family were also buried alongside them in the same tomb or in smaller satellite burials nearby. Ancient Egyptians believed the pharaoh's spirit remained in his body after death, and these huge monuments were a safe passageway for his spirit to pass over to the next life, pointing upwards towards heaven. Inside the pyramid, Egyptians included treasures such as gold, jewelry, and pottery, and statues of the pharaoh, which they believed he would take with him in his journey to the afterlife. Let's take a closer look of some of the most celebrated Egyptian pyramids and the almighty leaders who were buried inside. The pyramids could be so tall because of the special way they were built. The Egyptians were very good builders. They know that the pyramids was a stable, strong shape. The Egyptians built the pyramids in layers using stones. In addition, they used stones like granite, a material so hard that it wouldn't act like a sponge. The water didn't penetrate it, so the stone would shed the water and the building would last longer. The pyramids of Giza were built for the three ancient pharaohs, Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaura. The greatest of them all, which is long considered among the seven wonders of the world, stand at Giza, near the modern city of Cairo. The largest and highest of the three pyramids is the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu, with a height of 146.7 meters, followed by his son Khafra at 136.4 meters. Then that of his grandson Menkaura with 65 meters high.
to your right hand side are the tombs of the engineers, the high priestess, and the governors of the states of Egypt in the ancient Egyptian time, wishing and hoping to have a shortcut way to go all the way up to heaven and have a second life in heaven. That's what they believe in. Of course, they don't know that the only way and the only reason of resurrection and having everlasting life is our Lord Jesus Christ. They don't know that.
The Great Pyramid of Giza is the largest Egyptian pyramid and served as the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu, who ruled under the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom. Built in the 26th century BC over a period of about 27 years, the pyramid is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the world and the only wonder that has remained largely intact. It is the most famous monument of the Giza Pyramid Complex, which is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Memphis and its Necropolis. It is situated at the northern end of the line of the 3 pyramids of Giza. Initially standing at 146.6 meters, the Great Pyramid was the world's tallest man-made structure for more than 3,800 years.
Now to your left hand side you could see the 3rd pyramid. If you take a look now you could see the 3rd pyramid. The 3rd pyramid is 66 meter high. 66 meter high for the grandson of the builder of the Great Pyramid. So now we have
Menkaura is the son of Khafra and the grandson of Khufu. He ruled the 4th dynasty of ancient Egypt. The pyramid was built using millions of blocks of limestones and granite. The pyramid builders include between 5,000 to 20,000 workers and their families who were housed in the Giza Plateau. The unfinished nature of the granite blocks indicate that Menkaura died before the structure was finished. The Pyramid of Khafra is the middle of the ancient Egyptian pyramids of Giza, the second tallest and second largest of the group. Tomb of the 4th dynasty Pharaoh Khafra, who ruled in 2558 to 2532 BC.
So now we have a family together. Now we are talking about 3 kings. Where are the queens? Did the queens of Egypt are buried in a pyramid? Yes, but in a small size pyramid. Tiny pyramid. Because the king is buried in a pyramid 150 meter high. Now you can see the small tiny pyramid appear to your left hand side. Behind the 3rd one, those are the pyramid for the queens of Egypt. So the 3 great pyramid for the 3 kings, the 3 tiny one for the 3 queens. Three pyramid for the 3 queens. Yes.
The Great Sphinx of Giza is the limestone statue of a reclining sphinx, a mythical creature with the head of a human and the body of a lion. The face of the sphinx appears to represent the pharaoh Khafra.
The body of the lion is representing Ra, the god of the ancient Egyptian time, and the head of the human being representing the king. So saying that if the king is the son of Ra, the king is the god. And in the ancient time, the Egyptian people had to worship the statue of the god. So they are worshipping the statue of the Sphinx. So people were standing in front of the Sphinx in the ancient time to worship the Sphinx and give offering to the Sphinx. And that is the ruins of the building. You see it now to your right hand side. It was the temple, and it was colored in the ancient time. Those colors had been washed away now, but in the ancient time was colored with green, blue, gold, and black color. Green, blue, gold, and black color. And those colors had been washed away now. The Sphinx was covered with sand because we have sandstorms, and shifting sand was covering the body of the Sphinx for a very long time. 1937, they cleaned the statue from the sand, and by the year 1998, they made some restoration. When you take a look to the face of the Sphinx, you see that the Sphinx is missing his nose, and he missed his nose by two ways, or two opinions. One of them is mine, and one it is written in the Egyptian history. The one which is written in the Egyptian history, Napoleon Bonaparte, the French emperor, he came to Egypt with a military campaign, and he attacked Egypt, and he shoot the Sphinx, and he break the nose. That is what's mentioned in the Egyptian history.